Good day everyone! Today, our topic is about basic search engine optimization or SEO. First of all, what is search engine optimization? SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. In simple terms, it means the process of improving your site to increase its visibility when people search for your products or services related to your business in Google, Bing, and other search engines. The better visibility your pages have in search results, the more likely you are to garner attention and attract prospective and existing customers to your business. In this chapter, we are going to talk about on how to build better keywords so that the search engines will find your site when someone is looking for a site like yours. Ano nga ba ang keywords? Keywords are the search terms that people might bat into a search engine to find your website. SEO keywords, also known as keywords or key phrases, are terms added to online content in order to improve search engine rankings for those terms. Most keywords are discovered during the keyword research process and are chosen based on a combination of search volume, competition, and commercial intent. For example, if you sell a weight loss supplement, a few of your keywords might be weight loss, lose weight loss supplement, nutrition supplements, diet pills, diet of supplements, weight loss pills, weight loss powder. The more likely someone is to use that keyword phrase, the more important that keyword will be to getting your site pop up in the results. However, the more challenging it will be to do so because so many other people will be trying to do the same thing. Why are SEO keywords important? When you optimize your content around words and phrases that people search for, your website can rank higher for those terms. Needless to say, ranking higher in the SERPs can drive more targeted traffic to your website, which is why finding keywords people search for is step number 1 of any SEO campaign. In fact, SEO is pretty much impossible without keywords. But when you have a list of the right keywords, you can start working on important SEO tasks like figuring out your site architecture, planning out product and category pages, writing content for blog posts and YouTube videos, optimizing landing pages, and sales pages. Long-tail keywords are keywords or key phrases that are more specific and usually longer than more commonly used keywords. It is also get less search traffic but will usually have a higher conversion value as they are more specific. Many people struggle with SEO because they target keywords that are way too competitive. But even if you do everything right, it can take years, which is why focusing on long-tail keywords are much better. Long-tail keywords are long terms that searchers use in Google and other search engines, and they tend to have a lower keyword difficulty. So for people that are new to SEO, long tails are usually the best keywords to start with. Fortunately, finding long-tail terms is a breeze thanks to Google Suggest, also known as Google Autocomplete. For example, let's say you wanted to create a page about keto lunch. Well, if your site is new, the keyword keto lunch is probably too competitive. But when you type keto lunch in Google, you get a list of long-tail keyword suggestions. Another example, instead of weight loss, a long-tail keyword might be weight loss supplements for diabetics. Because it is so specific a search phrase, fewer people will enter it, but fewer sites will also be competing to be the results for a search for it. When determining a keyword, there are several free resources on the internet that will help you to choose keywords that you will want to use on your website. For example, Google AdWords has a free keyword tool, while other sites may charge a small fee. But in this application, you can use the tool to enter one keyword such as weight loss, and the system will generate a list of related keywords for you. Keyword placement. Keyword placement is necessary for SEO. Proper keyword placement is when keywords are placed strategically throughout the content of your website. So it is really necessary so that the search engines can properly index your site for those relevant keywords. Also, it entices searchers to visit your page and visitors to stay on your page. Number 1. Meta tags. Meta tags are placed in the head section of a HTML document. A meta description is of equal importance to the title tag. If the title tag is the title that appears at the top of a search result, the meta description is the snippet that displays underneath, kaya dapat yung meta description mo is can tells viewers what the page is about before they even click on the page. It is usually the element that determines whether users will click onto your page, which makes it important to spend time on its optimization. Alt tags. HTML for a site includes an alt tags that is used by the browser to describe an image if the image cannot successfully be loaded. However, since it is more information about your website, it can be used strategically to give the search engines another dose of information regarding what your website is about. Within the content, you can also enhance it with videos and photos. This makes visitors more engaged dahil nga diba images brings more traffic and reduce the bounce rate. To rank for those articles with photos and videos, make sure that you include the proper descriptions and tags to increase the ranking probability for that content. Describe photos with alt attributes and embedded videos with transcripts. Page name. Every web page has a file name that is used to identify that page or file on the web server. Although the ending of the file name has to be either .htm or .html, you can create the rest of the page name so that it includes your keywords as well. Syempre, without page name of your web page, it cannot be fully known. You can include some keywords to make it more appealing, but the end name should be .htm or .html. Page title. It's the title of your page that offers a preview of what your content is about. So don't forget title tag. It is one of the most important places for users. It is what visitors will click on to visit your site. It shall be clear and descriptive. You should focus on making your title tag optimized and compelling. If the title tag is clear, they are more likely to stay on your site for a longer period of time, thus reducing the bounce rate. It's not just for your visitors, but also the search engines that discover your content. The title tag defines what your page will be about for both search engines and visitors. While this is not a ranking factor, it does help the user experience by helping visitors understand what the page is about before going in. Page headings. Search engines will scan your web pages and will add weight to the headings on the page more than the words in the body. So be sure that your headings on the page are also versions of your main keywords. So better start with a good header. Add keywords and their synonyms to your heading tags. Headers and subheaders are the titles which appear in your content. That makes your website easier to navigate, establishes your brand, and create a consistent browsing experience throughout your web page. Kaya don't be afraid. Be more specific to the product or content on the page with the page headings than you will be with the page title. First sentence. Your first sentence is important for both the live human and the search engine bot. Not all search engines will review your entire page of text before determining what your page is about. Just like not all humans will read beyond the first sentence or paragraph before deciding whether or not your site has the information they need. Kaya dapat yung unang sentence pa lang ng page mo, ando na agad yung mga keyword ng kabuang page mo. Dapat ando na yung clear descriptions or summary of what information can be found on that page. Text links or text inside links. If you create any links on your site, whether to other locations on the site or to another site. The text that is clickable is another way to include your keywords for the search engines. Text links are highly weighted by the search bots, so be sure to use the tool appropriately. Kaya dapat kapag nag-create tayo ng links, make sure you use a good internal linking strategy. Dahil ito yung key point to giving keywords more substance within the content. Using words that can easily be identified gives search engines and people a better idea of what the page is about. For example, don't write "click here to learn more about the coding of an internal linking," with "here" being the anchor text because search engines won't index that properly. Instead, write "internal linking has its own coding which ought to be followed to be indexed more properly," and make internal linking the anchor text. Keyword-rich content. Number 1, the content needs to be high quality, relevant, and useful to your readers. Because if you have quality keyword-rich content on your website, the search engines will give additional weight to your website in its search engine rankings. The second one, the content needs to use your keywords naturally. Now that search engines results are able to recognize keywords is stopping, so instead to get into higher ranking on search engines, you should include your keywords naturally throughout the body. Remember to always build your content for people, not for search engines. So that's all. Thank you for listening.